you said that yoga has been misinterpreted for thousands of years.
Yeah.
And I wondered if you could tell us how it's been misinterpreted and how we might be able to interpret it
yoga.
correctly.
What is the meaning of yoga?
Oh, I know this.
To join yourself.
To join.
Yeah.
Yes.
To the divine.
Okay.
Or to the yoga principle.
Or.
Yoga principles.
Okay.
Yeah. And that we generally don't do. We misinterpret everything and think that we are doing good. That's we do it. And now Patricia is going to elaborate on that.
You mean how I think I've been doing good?
If I cannot elaborate, I have to deliberate.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a way,
I'm sure you should be taping.
What you're saying
you should be taping.
Makes sense to me. It's like
Okay. Sorry.
anything we do that is not inspired by the divine.
No. Inspired by your hallucinations and all those things.
Well, so what I was going to say is that it's
Your thoughts.
wrong if it's not inspired by the divine.
Your thoughts.
Yeah.
It is influenced by your thoughts. You know. And
Right.
how your thoughts come from?
Oh, who knows?
Congestive buildup.
Yeah, that sounds right.
What did you say?
I said congestive buildup of crud
Yeah.
in the system. What do you call it? Clogged nerve pathways.
Really.
One thing you tell me. Are you any time? Do not think of anything. Your mind is blank. No, it cannot be right. Now you are sitting there. You are still thinking. You see? So it won't be blank and, it can be bland sometimes, but not blank.
Another thing you asked me last time I was here was how long I meditated every day, and I said about half an hour. And you clearly thought that wasn't enough, but I get up and I chant for half an hour, I pray for half an hour, I meditate for half an hour, and
1.5 hours.
that's an hour and a half right there.
Yeah.
But that's not meditating. Is that?
No, that's not meditating.
No, it's my bad.
Oh.
Sometimes in the course of time, you medicate yourself.
You meditate.
Medicate and not meditate.
I see.
Yeah. So you are a multiple personality person.
Great.
Yeah.
Is there a cure, doctor?
What?
Is there a cure, doctor?
Well, everything is a cure. Everything has got a cure, and even the cure may backfire. Now you go to your doctor, you are sick, and he'll give you prescribe some medication, especially antibiotics and all those things. And sometimes you may feel a little better. Then it relapses. So, that relapsing, all the problems you have are relapsing, you must know that. Therefore you cannot relax. You think you relax, but you don't. Yeah. Relaxation is a kind of, they prescribe all those things in the yoga parlance, meditation, relaxation and all those things. And Sandy used to go to relaxation someplace, right?
Tai Chi.
Yeah, whatever it is. Whatever, Tai Chi, Pai Chi, whatever it is. You all used to try all those things. And then here you came and stuck. Because there is no relaxation, no.
You are right. Well, it's a different type of relaxation.
It is of,
A different type.
yeah, right. I know. Everybody has got a different type of.
No, I'm just saying, coming here,
Yeah.
it's a different type of.
Oh yeah. There is no type.
There isn't. Whoa,
Yeah.
wonderful.
All the time, I just kept thinking I needed a Tempur-Pedic mattress.
I
Yeah.
got a new mattress.
Did you?
Yeah.
Do you like
I figured it had too many dust mites in it.
That's a wonderful idea. Everything is an idea, you must know that. You have not gone beyond the ideas. And when you go beyond the ideas, what happens? You miss a nail. You can't put a nail, you missed a nail. So that's what is our condition is. We miss. We interpret. Interpretation is wrong also. Then you go to an expert to ask for the reason for your not doing so well in meditation and everything. What the teacher will say? Oh, that's like it, You just go on doing it. That's what he will say. Nothing else. He may give some guidelines, but they are also so and so, guidelines. Because the guide has got a line. Yeah.
Gabrielle just brought up an interesting subject.
Is it?
Yeah?
Yeah.
You mean about, what?
Well, rephrase your question again about yoga.
Oh,
I mean, he was going into multiple personalities,
yeah. I remembered that the last time I was here, Shyam had said right at the end of the program that yoga has been misinterpreted for thousands of years. And I wanted to ask about that
Yeah.
and find out,
Yeah. Good.
how that was so and how we could interpret it properly.
Yeah. So it depends upon each individual's definition. Whatever it is, But that is not yoga. That is not yoga. That is not yoga. That's what Upanishads say. You can interpret in many ways. According to you say something, you say something. Everybody will say some kind of a idea about meditation, yoga. They are ideas, that's all. But actually they are not what the ideas are about.
So, if you understand that you're not interpreting it properly or correctly.
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not saying you, me. If I understand
Yeah.
that I'm misunderstanding it,
Yeah.
what do I do then? How can I right myself?
How can you?
How can I, or anybody else?
Can you center in yourself?
That's the key, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the key to everything,
No, not everything.
pretty much.
Because, if you go to a key maker, he'll give you different types of keys.
Okay.
Shyam's the key maker. You're the key maker.
Well, I was reading in the Bible this morning about,
Bible? You reading Bible?
yeah,
Good, that's good.
I do that occasionally.
Yeah. So what
But
was
it-
which chapter you are reading?
I was reading Luke,
Luke.
chapter
Luke.
4, maybe. It was.
I will tell you about Luke. He was lukewarm.
I don't think so. But it was a a verse or two that were about praying for what you want in life or what you think you need in life. And
That does work.
no.
You were very definite about that.
After your long period of experiments,
Yes, yes, I know that.
conclusions are
But it was that really the only legitimate longing is for God, and that
But you must know
when
God.
you long for God,
You must know what is God.
but then all things will be given unto you was kind of what,
Given
what
unto
it
you,
said.
Unto you. But,
So-
that,
but-
that's the trick.
But wanting anything else,
That loop. That's the trick. You do this and everything will be given unto thee.
that's a trick.
That's the trick.
Well, what is?
So, but what will happen? That trick is okay, because then you will follow it. Whatever the meditation, whatever you are doing, you follow it, thinking that one day you will get it. Get whatever you want. But
Well-
it is not possible.
You can interpret anything, misinterpret anything, but I mean, the way what I took from
You
it
know,
is
it's
that
not-
what you need, or what you need will be provided.
You're right. What do you need?
Hmm?
Tell me what you need.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
See?
aside
That's
from
the
the
thing.
basic,
You can't have an answer to it.
instead, I mean,
You don't know what you need.
No, I know I need the basic necessities to keep life in my body.
Yeah, right.
That's
That
about.
is not life.
No, it isn't. I think what I need is love.
Love.
Hmm.
You know what love is?
I doubt it. No.
It's not doubting. It's the most dangerous thing.
No, I don't think I do know.
Yeah.
love is the most dangerous thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Really. Why is it dangerous?
Because the whole world is after love. You don't get it.
But what about if?
Then what is love according to you? What is love?
Well, what is coming to me more and more is that it's the love of God.
The love of God.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you must know God. First you must know God to know what is the love of God.
We have to start somewhere,
It
though.
can never reach, one can never reach love of God.
Well, where are you
Because
supposed
it is
to start?
not reachable.
No.
It is not reachable. It is not, possessible. You cannot possess it. It is a vast expanse of oneself into the world. Godhead. That means God has got a head. That tell me, love is a process.
No.
Love.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's
It
not.
cannot be a process.
No.
So devotion cannot be a process. Yeah? Or it can be a process, devotion.
No.
No.
It's not.
Cannot be. Ocean is not a process.
Right.
Is the process ocean?
No, devotion is not a process.
Yeah, see? All these things are not processes, what you know. And try to apply it to the spirituality and yourself. It is not a process. And when you do it a process, you are caught up in the process.
Yeah,
Huh?
I see that.
Yeah.
But isn't the love of God can only come through grace, I think.
Yeah.
And that's not a process either. But you have to, since we're...
You have to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
Start somewhere.
Yeah.
Start in this chair you are sitting. Start from there.
Okay.
Well, is it a little bit like preparing the ground?
What?
Preparing the ground.
Yeah, you can prepare the
We
ground.
don't have the power to put the seed in
Oh, no.
because
You
the
have to
seed is
prepare the ground first.
from God, but we can.
You have to prepare the ground first
Yeah.
to put the seed. Then it requires a lot of things. The dirt, soil, water, so many things, need. And all the things are in you, not outside you. Yeah, it is in you. So the you, or I, whatever you call it, that entity called you, I, and all those things. It's a vast entity, it cannot be reached by any means. Even if yoga and bhoga and everything, you can't reach it. Then you have to do. You have to, in the name of yoga, you have to do something, some practice. In the name of yoga. Then what happens? Then you miss yoga. The practice you keep for yourself, whatever the practice you do, but you actually miss yoga itself. Because you are in the process of doing it.
But isn't preparing the ground a process?
Yeah, you can prepare the ground, but then it depends upon, you put the seed. Whatever seed you want to put the seed. Then it depends upon rain and climatic conditions, all those things. So you have got a climatic condition inside.
Okay.
Oh yeah, everybody has got a climatic condition inside. So what kind of climate you experience? And that is to experience, you must know that. What kind of climate you experience? Climate inside you.
You're asking me to answer that?
Oh yeah.
Most of the time it's depression.
Huh?
Most of the time it's depression.
That is the what? That's what you call it.
That's the climate inside of me.
Inside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you actually know it is inside of you?
No, but I know that I feel it.
You are inside of it.
Okay.
Not this house. Whoever house, your house, my house. When you are inside the house, you think differently. When you are outside the house, you think differently. When you are outside the house, you think outside things. But inside the house, you think of what we are not talking and all that. See? So, now where do you want to be? Inside the house or outside the house? You are the house. Whether you want to be outside that house or inside that house.
Did you just say I am the house?
Sure.
Well, how can I be inside or outside of it?
Yeah. You are the house, right?
Right.
But you are inside the house or outside the house. I'm asking you a question. You are the house.
I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, see, that's what it is. You can't answer these questions.
Don't answer them?
You can't. You can't answer these questions.
Oh.
They are so deep and so varied. And so you cannot answer what you are actually. Therefore you can't answer what you are. You'll say, ask what you are. You'll say, I'm Gail. So and so. That you'll say. And I got a house on the top of the mountain, in the valley, wherever it is. So you can't answer that question at all. So when you are really answer the question, you are accomplished. So
I'm wondering, like, is that what God wants us to do?
Huh?
Is that what does He want us to do?
God doesn't want anything from you.
Well,
You want God. God doesn't want
I
you.
definitely want God.
God doesn't want you. God is everywhere. So it's not particularly in your house.
So He's indifferent?
Huh?
Is God indifferent then?
No. He's everywhere. That's a problem with the God.
He's all over the place.
Inside and outside.
Outside, yeah.
And the house too.
Yeah.
And sometimes inside out and outside in. Yeah. God, you think God is an entity? No.
No. I think
What
God
is it?
is consciousness.
Huh?
I think
God is all pervading.
is what?
All pervading.
Okay.
Spirit.
Right.
And that you call consciousness, whatever you call it. But you cannot reach that consciousness, which is yours, you must know that. Consciousness is yours. No? So you cannot reach the consciousness because it is yours, you are that consciousness. If you separate yourself from consciousness, you don't get anything. So you can't separate yourself from consciousness yourself. Yeah. When you separate from consciousness, you are dead, you must know that.
What?
When you separate from consciousness,
Oh, you're dead.
you're dead.
Yes.
Yeah.
So but that might mean that when you die the way we think of dying,
Huh?
so when you die the way we think of dying, when the body dies, that's not dying.
Yeah.
It is?
Body is dead.
Yeah, but consciousness isn't, right?
Consciousness goes beyond the body,
Yeah.
but where it goes.
But
Can't tell you till I get there.
does consciousness have a location? I mean, I thought
But, yeah,
consciousness was
No.
vast.
Definitely. How you get my consciousness?
Oh.
You cannot come to my consciousness, you say. Why? Are you unconscious?
Well, at some level, I think.
Some level you are unconscious. Unconscious of what? Unconscious of consciousness itself.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
that is the problem.
Yeah. So that problem we are trying to solve by talking here and all those things.
So in
And
all the practices.
somebody writes, somebody thinks, somebody tries to elaborate, and somebody tries to give an intellectual explanation. Yeah.
And it doesn't work.
No, it's not
So
of the intellect.
they are all
is
not
it?
things. They are not all things. That's what Buddha said. Oh. See, this is the round. Huh? When you separate it, it is gone. So you are the round, and you are the ground. Yeah. And you are bound by your ground. And you are bound, we must know that. Then when you are bound, you have no questions to ask.
No.
Experience. Then you experience in the silence of your consciousness. See?
One of our chants
You can chat.
says something about when you join yourself to God, I forget exactly how it's put, but that you are joining yourself to God's grace.
Yeah.
And that joining ourselves to God is kind of
Now
what we're
see,
trying to do, isn't it?
Who has seen the grace of God?
Who has seen it?
Yeah. Who has experienced the grace of God? We say all those things intellectually, but who has actually experienced the grace of God?
Don't you think that people like Anandamayi Ma, for example,
Yeah.
have experienced that?
I don't think so.
No? Really?
If anybody says I've experienced God, that's a falsehood.
Well, I don't think she said that either.
Huh?
She didn't say that she did.
No, she
No.
never said. I knew Anand Ma very well. And never she said that.
No, I'm not saying she did, but what I was suggesting was that maybe she had experienced the grace of
That's
God.
your imagination again, see?
Really?
Yeah. Anand Ma had experienced God.
What did she?
Huh?
What was it then?
What?
What did she experience?
It's not God.
Not God?
Oh boy.
What was it then?
It is a spiritual accumulation. Manifest as God or whatever it is, according to your capacity to know what it is.
Oh,
Yeah. Now we don't have any capacity to know. I tell you that.
well, so what about Jesus? Did he?
Well, Jesus, I not talk to him.
You have so.
Jesus has experienced some entity called God. Some entity called God, not God himself or itself. So God is a very vast thing, you can't, I don't think you can have any idea about that God experience. So even Yogananda said, God experience. I'm here to experience God. but God escapes.
But there is an advanced, there is such a thing as a person who is very advanced
Advance in what?
in their self-realization.
Okay. What is self-realization? What you realize, what you call self. You realize the self, that is an entity again.
Well, you talked about being established in the self.
You establish oneself.
And don't you think there are people who do that?
Oh, yes, establishing oneself. And establishing oneself is again a controversial thing. So,
It's controversial?
oh yeah, what is oneself? Define oneself.
Oh.
Well, we were hoping you would.
Huh?
We were hoping you might tell us.
Well,
You
I-
were talking about.
I decline.
Oh. Well, are you saying that God is so vast
Oh yeah,
that there is no way,
therefore they say God is all pervading.
but can we experience a little glimmer of that? Is that what?
Okay, you can experience, but how do you say it is God? You are experiencing. You cannot catch God in experience.
Well, did you use the word catch?
Huh?
What you cannot what God? Catch God? Well, no. I mean, obviously he's beyond, but
Beyond what?
beyond anyone's ability to experience.
No. That's not true also.
No, I'm just going to listen.
When you say ability, what is ability? Abilify. What is ability?
Vilify. That's a medicine. Doesn't work. Capacity.
You know,
There you go.
they, the ancient people, or what you call spiritual people and all those, who are practicing yoga or spiritual life, whole life, spiritual life, they could not even pinpoint what it is like. What it is like Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna was a great spiritual, disciple. Ramakrishna himself was a disciple to the spiritual life. So you become a disciple to spiritual life if you practice it. In what way you practice depends upon you. I cannot tell you what you have to practice to get an experience of absolute experience. The experience of the absolute. So no method for that. No method.
Well, it sounds like a contradiction
What?
to say we can have an experience of the absolute. It sounds like a contradiction.
No, it is not a contradiction.
Because how could the absolute be experienced?
That's what you are doing.
Well,
That
that's
all
what-
your life, the yogis and all those, they did to experience that. That essence called God.
Well, I don't think the essence is the same quite as the absolute, is it? How could it be the same?
Possible, very, very
Well, essence is like having a taste of something.
No. That is a wrong, that is a modern psychological
Well,
explanation.
it's just absolute is like, how can any being have an experience of the whole totality?
Because that's why you got yoga and all those things. You try to become that.
Well, but you're sort of suggesting it's a false ambition.
No, it cannot be false ambition. It is not ambition at all. It is just,
Desire, longing.
no, it's no desire anything. There is no desire. That is establishing in oneself. No desire. In that there is no desire. Do you think Anandamayi Mama had desires? Yes, she had. Because I am in very close contact with Anandamayi Mama. She has desires. And then all the people thought those desires are something different than our desires. I know that there is no difference. the result must be the same. To obtain the desired object, or to obtain the desired inspiration, or to obtain the desired emancipation. See, there are so many things are there. So, now we, here what we are trying to do is emancipate ourselves. It is the greatest freedom, you must know that. Emancipation. And it is not insipid. It's a great ocean, my dear. If you keep it 1 feet in that, you will be taken away. But we are afraid of putting our foot in that vast ocean. Question comes, where you will put the foot? Therefore, they very clearly in Upanishad, they always say, not this, not this, not this, not this. Go on like that. Then at one point you stop and that is it. Then you don't ask question, what is this, what is this? That this becomes that. And that is what you need.
Yes.
या साम्प्रतं चोद्धतदैत्यतापितैरस्माभिरीशा च सुरै नमस्यते या च स्मृता दक्षमेव हन्तिना सर्वापदो भक्तिविनम्रमूर्तिभिः.
Would you describe what Anandamayi Ma went through in her own journey?
What?
Anandamayi Ma
Okay.
seemed to have gone through something in her own journey
Oh, yes.
as an entity.
Everybody has a journey.
So,
Can you complete the journey?
well, I don't know.
What journey you undertake? You have to undertake a journey, right?
Well, we
Whether it is
were on it,
spiritual
whether we-
journey or material journey, you have to undertake a journey. Where you start.
wherever you are.
Yes, at my home. My home is the place to start the journey. And what is home? You human, tell me what is home.
Amen.
What is home? Not that we live in or build a kind of structure and everything. It's not the home. Yeah. My home is where nothing touches me. Yeah. That's real home. This is not home, This is a house. Yeah. So what is is it puzzling? It's puzzling?
Well, it's like, yeah, I would say it is puzzling. I mean, there are certain times that
Because, so you are here to solve the puzzle. Yeah. It is puzzling. You are here to solve the puzzle. Do you understand, Richard? You understand the puzzle? You don't know the puzzle. What are you? You are a puzzle or a straightforward person?
Both.
No, it cannot be both. Either this or that. When you are taking God's name, what is both? Name and God are different, separate? Yeah, see? That you answer the question. That's the answer. So when you are thinking of God, how many times a day? How many minutes a day? How many minutes a day? Tell me.
Throughout the day, but
Huh?
throughout the day there's moments where the thought of God and the name of God.
I don't understand what he says.
He said throughout the day.
Yeah?
The name of God comes to my mind and I just say the name
But
of
you are doing work,
Sometimes, yes.
carpentry work you are putting. Therefore you missed a screw. You must know that.
Yeah, and then there's the blankness of my word.
Then it fell on my head.
Yes, Shyam, there's that too.
That's called what?
Non-compute, or
Huh?
it's like being a
What is that?
being a
It
nincompoop.
fell on my head. What is it?
Not a non-compute.
It is cruelty on your part.
Yes, a mistake on.
Not mistake, it's a cruelty.
Oh,
Yeah. Then cruelty you can call mistake. Kindness you call a mistake or a good thing to have. Kindness. What is kindness?
Darned if I
to
know.
care for.
Is there a definition for kindness? When you are kind, is there a definition for kindness? You are beyond that. Right?
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So what is it called? So what you are doing? Existential preparedness.
What did you say?
Preparedness.
Existential preparedness.
Oh,
Yeah. What is this existential preparedness? What you prepare? You exist. First you must be convinced that you exist. Right? Are you convinced that you exist? At any moment of time? At a given moment? Do you know you exist? If you know you exist, you don't exist. These are not the things to be known. Therefore they say existential bliss. What is that bliss? What is that bliss? Existential bliss.
The joy of being alive.
No, being alive is anything, even an insect is alive.
Do they have joy?
Huh?
Is there joy there?
It is an ocean of joy. Ocean of joy. Anything cannot come into that. Sorrow will not come into that. Or any kind of obstruction will not come into that. It is just joy. Amritattva, that is amrit, that is not dying. That which cannot die. That's what you call moksha also. Yeah. And Richard, what else you want to ask?
No, Shyam.
No? Okay.
Preparedness. Existential preparedness. You said.
Okay, you cannot prepare existential. You cannot prepare.
So you said.
No, I
You said existential preparedness. Is there any such thing? You're saying no?
No, existential preparedness means what?
Well, now that we've gone the circuit and
You
we're
exist,
perplexed.
you exist to prepare for non-existence.
now we're getting somewhere.
That's
Yeah.
great.
That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah. And you find them in your pets, mostly in your pets. It is a revolving evolution. It goes on revolving, till it produces the essence. This is your essentiality of life. I talk too much, yeah.
Oh, this is great.
This
Difficult.
is really
Yeah, we're not
great.
It's difficult, right?
I know.
It's difficult what I say to understand.
Well, it seems as though everything coalesced in that one sentence.
Yes.
That made it easier for me.
Yes. It is one sentence, yeah. One sense of living.
Oh, God. I mean, it's such a relief.
One sense of living.
One sense of living.
One sense of living. You can explain in many ways, many senses you can put. And if you have many senses, you become sensual.
I love that.
Yeah. What do you say, Sandy? Sorry.
That I love that.
That's the only thing you can say.
Flabbergasted. You exist to prepare for non-existence. That's amazing.
Isn't it funny how sometimes something is just said that seems to clarify everything?
What?
What you said just seems to clarify everything.
Yeah, it does. Therefore I am here
Thank goodness.
as existential bliss. Yeah. No fuss over anything. Now, you go to the beginning. We are in the middle somewhere, or last stage of it. What is the beginning? What is the beginning of me or you? What is the beginning? All these things come afterwards. But what is the beginning?
I suppose you're not looking for anything so obvious
Huh?
as when the sperm meets the egg.
What? What? Yeah, what? He is a knowledgeable person, Knowledgeable. New Orleans people will say knowledgeable. Knowledgeable. Yeah. So, what happens? You have spread out your life in an existential way. You spread out your life. There's a life with the husband, life with the children, life with anything, house, cats, and dogs, all those things. So in that, all the ingredients make you whole. You must know that. No. If you love only cat, you are not whole. If you only love dogs, you are not whole. Yeah. Love all animals as thyself. That's a very big order, you see. It's not a joke. It's a big order. Yeah. Now you got two animals. You love one animal more than the other one. Then you try to correct yourself and try to love the other animals also. But there is a second-hand love or a secondary love. Yeah. Now, Richard doesn't have that problem. He doesn't have any animals, Right? You got animals?
Yeah, they're all over the place, Shyam.
What?
Yeah, they're all over.
What?
They're here, the animals are here.
Lizard?
My daughter's home.
Oh, that?
Wherever I go, there's animals everywhere.
Now see, now you have got a daughter. You got daughters, right?
Yes, yes,
And you got sons.
yeah.
Which you love more? There can't be equal love. So which you love more? And then why? Why you love that more? Then our next question is, do you love yourself? See how difficult it is? Now you say, yes, I love myself. It's not true. You love yourself as somebody else's self. You got some daughters too. You love one more than the other, right? You cannot equally love. So you love one more than the other. You got two dogs. You love one dog more than the other one. But you can say, I love both. That's a falsehood. So we utter falsehood every moment. We utter falsehood. And say, yeah, I have said the right thing. No, you have not said the right thing. Who tells the right thing actually? Right thing. Person who is dead.
Because they can't speak.
Because he doesn't say anything. He doesn't say
It's
anything.
not utter a false. Oh my gosh.
You all are dense, including myself. So we try to clarify it by talking it out. And then you have to balance your clarity, you must know that. Clarity is not just like that. You have to balance your clarity. या साम्प्रतम् योद्धतदैत्यतापितैरस्माभिरीशा यसुरैर्नमस्यते या च स्मृता तक्ष्णमेव हन्तिनः सर्वापदो भक्तिविनम्रमूर्तिभिः. I have said whatever I said. Whatever I had to say.
Well, what does that mean in the whole scheme of things?
Scheme?
That everything's scheming.
You are scheming, yeah, that's what it is.
So people do
Scheme.
love partially.
Therefore what I say, everybody schemes.
It's sort of built into the way things
Nobody
are.
knows how to skim. You know how to scheme. Yeah.
Well, you said it was impossible to love them equally.
Yeah.
But isn't that the ideal that we strive for?
You can try for anything.
I mean, but isn't
may
that a
not
good
be right.
thing? Isn't that...
Even in spite of all those things, you are learning and understanding and all those. You cannot love two things equally.
But would it be good if we could? Should we try to do
If one person, you love many ways, one person. You don't love in one way. You don't have one-pointedness in that. Because then you deliberate on what the person is doing, what he has done, in what way he has helped me, or in what way he has not helped me. All those things come up. So you become a kind of a house of
horrors?
voodoo.
Well, everything's an account. We keep an account.
Horror. So, now in spite of all these things, so in what way you are going to improve yourself? I am asking you this question. In what way? You have written a lot of things, and Patricia writes, and Lynn writes, Sandy writes. what you are writing actually.
What you're saying?
No, I don't think so.
No? What are we writing then?
Ask
I have no idea.
yourself what I am writing. All these years I took notes. What notes I took? Then I had to go through all the notes and you get confused.
Usually it helps.
Then you become a confused and worst confounded.
Usually reading
You
your
become a
notes helps.
Confucian.
Well, do you feel that we're writing our own interpretation of what you're saying?
Yeah.
We have to be,
Yeah. Well, unless we're writing it down verbatim.
still.
Because you're,
Still,
you.
we're reading that we'd read it that way, but
You know,
not
there
write
are,
it.
how many people are here? 5, 6. Each one will interpret it in many ways.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get the essence.
It is essentially absent.
You've been trying to stop us writing for a long time. But just sitting here
Huh?
listening doesn't.
What?
It's like there's a density that's always there. So
Dentistry?
Density in
Yeah,
the
density.
mind, in the brain.
No, therefore you want to clarify it. You all are dense, including myself. So we try to clarify it by talking it out. And then you have to balance your clarity, you must know that. Clarity is not just like that. You have to balance your clarity. And also your crudity. Also your credibility.
What?
Credibility.
Credibility.
A
A
credibility.
Yeah.
credibility.
Also your vulnerability. Also your ability. And also your debility. Yeah. Yeah. Once I had a discussion with Yogananda. And I had to tell him I didn't find that Ananda in you also. His name is Yogananda, you must know that. So he can be only Ananda in yoga, nothing else. So he must be all-sided, you know. Every inch of your life must be shining.
Must be what?
Shining. Every inch of your life must be shining. Then you don't have any question. Yeah. You know, if I don't have practice, suppose I want to put a nail somewhere. I take a hammer and nail, try to hit and hit my hand. Hit my hand and not the nail. And you must be expert in that also. Hitting a nail is a joke, not a joke, hitting a nail. There was he hit the nail on the head. It is the same thing. So, today we'll finish there here. And I am tired, I get tired. We finish here, start our regular. I gave you a lot of information, I tell you.
That's great.
It was wonderful.
It is also genderful.
Genderful.
Full of gender.
Hail Papa, full of gender.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
साम्प्रतम् योद्धतदैत्यतापितैरस्माभिरीशा च सुरैर्नमस्यते या च स्मृता तक्ष्णमेव हन्ति नः सर्वापदो भक्तिविनम्रमूर्तिभिः